Is Saraswati a part of India's history, or is this mostly confined to mythology? Well, according to ancient Indian scripts, the Saraswati seem to have played a more important role in Indian mythology than even the river Ganga. But there's a big debate about whether this river ever existed for real, or is it just a part of our texts. Preeti Chaudhary revisits the debate between archaeology and mythology.
The legend of river Saraswati, sister of Yamuna and Ganga, points to Adi Badri Udgam Sthal at the foothills of the Shivalik as the spot where she raised her mighty head. In these parts, it is still believed that this spot, 15 kilometers from Mughalwali village where the digging is taking place, is where the river originates after having flowed underground from the Himalayas.
सरस्वती हमारी क्या है? सरस्वती हमारी बुद्धि है. यमुना हमारी क्या है? भक्ति है. गंगा हमारी क्या है? ज्ञान है. ज्ञान यहाँ पे बुद्धि प्रवाह विमला सरस्वती.
The quest for Saraswati is not new. For decades now, time, energy, money has been spent in the hunt to find the missing sister of its two Rigvedic rivers, the Ganga and the Yamuna. Our ancient scriptures have talked extensively on the might of the river Saraswati, sung paeans on how it is the best of all mothers, the best of all rivers, the best of all goddesses. While the government of the day says its faith in the revival of the lost river is backed by science, the origins of the river can be traced right back to ancient scriptures. The Rig Veda, oldest of the four Hindu holy texts, mentions the Saraswati as a mighty river 45 times. It is said to have flowed 10,000 years ago and disappeared in the deserts of Rajasthan 6,000 years ago. A major tectonic shift presumably severed its glacial connect, turning this perennial river to one dependent on monsoon rains. The river is said to have flowed from Uttarakhand to the plains of Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Gujarat, and finally draining into the Arabian Sea at the run of Kutch. The old channel that existed as per the Vedic texts has been part corroborated by ISRO and NASA images. Moreover, as per biologists, the biodiversity around this channel, even in Haryana, represents the characteristics of Himalayan soil, flora and fauna.
In the Saraswati river, the plantation is entirely different. That indicates the presence of water in the soil. Because once the water is there in the soil, the plants will grow there luxuriantly.
At a level, ancient scriptures have been backed by empirical evidence. But as per records, if the river lost its glacial channel due to an earthquake, is it possible to revive it? Is the government of the day trying to reverse history and revive a river that reached a natural end? Most of today's Hindu India has known Saraswati as the goddess of knowledge, but possibly not as a river. Yet, as one passes through this part of Haryana, where the river is said to have emerged after having flowed underground from the Himalayas, one finds scores of ancient temples dedicated to the goddess. Here, there is strong belief.
मूर्ति के समय से देखा है, कभी पानी तो देखा ही नहीं है.
हम तो बचपन से पानी में ही देख रहे हैं, नहाते हैं यहाँ पे, सुबह आते हैं, पुण्य मिलता है कहते हैं.
There are devotees. There are temples where waters believed to be of the holy Saraswati are pumped out of the earth electrically. But then there is also the filth that may one day flow down as a rejuvenated river. Because while it is possible that a mythical river may be made to rise again, it is more probable that river too will choke on garbage. That river too will be poisoned by pollutants. The question is, why revive a dead river to kill it all over again?